Hey everybody, Sentai 5 here, and welcome to my review of the deluxe Black Onitaijin Murasame. This is Don Murasame's personal robo from Donbrothers, obviously, and unfortunately it never won a single robo fight, except against its future version in episode 43. This set is essentially two robos in one, mainly because we have the repainted Don Onitaijin, which doesn't even appear in the show. And then you have the parts 2 attached to it that form Black Onitaijin Murasame, which is the one that appears in the show. So if you ordered by a certain deadline, you'd get the exclusive Robotaro gear that it comes with. And it makes the same sounds as Don Robotaro and Don Onitaijin in the Don Blaster. So let's take a look at the packaging real quick. It's really nice. It has Black Onitaijin on one side, and then the other side is a split between Don Murasame and Black Onitaijin Murasame. If there's one thing that Donbrothers did right this year, is having fire packaging all throughout the toy line. Okay, so let's open up the box. And that was not supposed to happen at all. Okay, here are the Robotaros out of the box, in their very nice black and gold paint. I'm going to be saying this a lot, but I'm a sucker for black and gold repaints, and you're doing it to one of the most popular Sentai Robos of all time. Bandai knew what they were doing. They're all exactly the same except for Don Robotaro, which we will look at in 360. The helmet pops off very easily, just like the original. Wish there was a better place to store it. So for articulation, the arms can move backwards due to the transformation, but they can't rotate, which always bugged me because I always felt like they could have fit that in there. I mean, the mini plug can do it as well, which is nice. Legs can move forwards and backwards on a very nice ratchet joint. And they can bend at the knees. The legs can also rotate. It can rotate at the waist 360. The head is on a very nice ball joint. Since this uses the Don Robotaro enhanced version, the legs can move in and out, something the original was not able to do. Next up we have Saru Robotaro, and we're going to take a look at it 360. Like Don Robotaro, the head is on a very nice ball joint. For articulation, the arms can rotate all around and move in and out. There is a bicep swivel bend at the elbows, and wrist rotation. Moving on, we have Oni Robotaro, which unfortunately is one hunk of plastic. Here's a look at her 360. And unfortunately, she really has no articulation outside of the arms and the rotation in the head. It's unfortunate because this is my favorite Robotaro out of the main 5. Next up, we have Inu Robotaro, and we're going to take a look at him 360. For articulation, all 4 of his legs can move, just like the dog he is. And he bends at the upper body, mainly due to the transformation. Finally, we have Kiji Robotaro, and we're going to take a look at him 360 as well. The wings can only move down as well as the head. And before we combine them all, let's show off the Murasame parts, which is the head and chest. And then the saw shark swords. Try saying that 3 times fast. Alright, let's combine the Robotaros to form Black Onitaijin. And here is Black Onitaijin put together. We're going to take a look at it 360. So let's take a look at the articulation. If you move the shoulders up, you can get very good rotation with the arms. They can obviously bend at the elbows. And there's a wrist rotation. And the arms can move in and out. We're going to put the Kijin swords in the hands, and they can only go one way because the slits on the swords match up with the inside of the hands, which are pegs. Leg articulation is very nice, especially using the enhanced body because it makes quite a difference. So let's bring in the regular Don Onitaijin for comparison. And they're both basically the same thing, just different paint job, and one, which is Black Onitaijin, has the enhanced Robotaro body, but they look very good next to each other. And of course, they are swappable, which is very nice. You can pull off some interesting combinations. Now let's put on the Murasame parts. And here is Black Onitaijin Murasame all complete and posed very nicely. I really enjoy the design of it. Honestly, as much as I do like this, I kind of wish there was a more altered version of the Don Robotaro to make it look more like a shark. Kind of like what they did with his alter. I think that was a perfect idea despite it being very underutilized. Also, in all honesty, they really could have included the parts for the future version, which is just the same parts for Murasame, just in gold. I mean, considering what you pay for this. But yeah, I think those are the only two complaints I really have with this. Otherwise, it's a very nice set. I can only recommend this really if you really want this, or you never got the regular Don Onitaijin and you just want something a little bit more that comes with it, then this is what you should get. And you can also make the other combinations as well, as you can see here. For Kiwami, you can't really complete the combination because there are no clips in the back for that one part of Omikoshi Phoenix to clip onto behind it. That's kind of a bummer, but you can still do the combination as pictured. This really wouldn't have been made possible if Don Onitaijin didn't sell like crazy in the pre-orders back in last April. And aside from that, I'm just really into the design overall anyway. I think it's a very cool design. I think it's very fitting for Donbrothers as well. To do that again in black and gold with a little bit extra different parts just to spice it up a little bit is pretty nice. Plus you get even a little bit more articulation compared to the original because of the added enhanced version for the Robotaro. If you're really into doing different poses as well, this is more for you. If you want to enhance your regular Don Onitaijin, you have to get the Robotaro separately, which may or may not be too enticing to you. Despite that version coming with the seat and option parts as well. I didn't use the open palms for this because I really have no use for them. I'll also post links where to get this down in the description below. But aside from that, hope you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Take care, be well, stay safe, and I will see you all next time.